5 days ago, I did a video on my other channel that was 27 minutes. And if you told me a year ago that I could do a video for 27 minutes with no script, I'd tell you to shut the hell up. This video was all about how to win any street fight. And it was only by using the dial system that I have created to improve my communication, I was able to do a 27-minute video with no script. And if you want to learn this same system, check the link below. Put your email down below and I will send you over the tools that I used for free that you can use as well. Now there's 3 things that you need to do so then you can freeball a script or freeball a video. Like right now, I'm just freeballing this video with the same sort of formula. So you need knowledge, you need structure, and you also need stories. Let's start with knowledge. Knowledge is pretty self-explanatory. You need to know about the topic. If you don't know anything about the topic, it's going to be harder to explain. It's going to be harder to get your point across, your message across. If you get me to talk about a topic of science, I'm going to be hopeless. I'm not really going to know where to start. But when you get me to talk about a topic of martial arts or communication or mindset, that flows a lot easier for me because I have a lot more knowledge within those subjects. So first of all, make sure you have knowledge when you're explaining something. Number 2, we're going to go on to structure. Now structure is very, very important. When I was 16, I would walk into the gym and it'd be a chest day. And I'd go on the bench press machine, I'd do a few reps, then I'd go to the next one. But the problem was, I didn't know what the next machine was. I didn't know what the next exercise was. So I'd look around. I'm looking around. No, I want to go on that one there, the incline bench press. But someone's on it. What should I do now? Oh, screw it, the pull-up bar's free, I'm just going to go do some pull-ups. So then I'd walk over, I'd do some pull-ups. And then I'd be thinking, well, why am I doing pull-ups? It's chest day. So I'd be looking around again. Oh, I want to do some flies. I'd be like, oh, the machine's taken. What should I do? I don't know what else I could do. That's it, I'll do some shoulder press, I'll go to the weights. So I'll get the dumbbells and I'll start doing a shoulder press. And by the end of the workout, what was meant to be a chest workout is now turned into a full body workout. Why? Because I went to the gym not knowing what I was going to do, not knowing what exercises I was going to do. All I knew was the focus was meant to be a chest day. And then when I got there, I didn't really know what exercise to do next. I just picked a random one and then a random one. And before I knew it, I was not doing a chest day anymore. I was doing a full body day. I'd gone off my path. I had no structure. And if you have no structure when you are speaking, you will go off your path. You will ramble in different directions that are not needed for your explanation. So that's why it's very important to have a structure. Have clear points of what you want to talk about. Just like in this video, my clear points. I've got a little bit of an introduction, and then it'd be knowledge, structure, and stories. They're my clear points. And if you need some help with these clear points, have a little notepad with a few bullet points. I'll put you mine in right now. Right here, I've got like a little notepad of some things to talk about. It's my intro, the points, like one bullet point on each point, and that's it. And from there, I will just free roll. But because I've got structure of what I want to do next, what I want to say next, I can then get branches from that. Whereas, if I just had how to speak for 27 minutes, and that's it, and I didn't think of a structure for my speech, I'm going to struggle. But not only can you do bullet points, you can also do frameworks. You could do a prep framework, which I've talked about on the channel before. Point, reason, example, point. You could do a what, so what, now what. You could do a para. You could do a solution, problem. You could do a then, now, how, which is what I've kind of done now. I said 5 days ago, so that's a now. I've then said a year ago, that was the then. And then this video is the how. So you can also use frameworks for your structure when you are speaking. That leads me on to the next point, which is probably one of the most important points if you want to speak for a long period of time. And that point is stories. Number 3. No one knows your life like you know your life. Events will happen to you which won't happen to other individuals. And because of that, you have something to tell because they've never been in your situation. They've never had your perspective. So what you are describing, an event that's happened to you, it's new, it's original. Whereas when you speak about facts and figures, they might have heard that before, which is also very boring. But not only that, it's hard to remember facts and figures because there's no emotion attached to these facts and figures. But when we talk about a story, like I've talked about the gym story, and I've also talked about me doing a video 5 days ago, there's emotion attached to these stories. And because there's emotion attached to these stories, I will remember them more. I will have scenes in my head where I can pick them up, pull them in, and explain them. So I don't need to write a long paragraph about what happened. On my notes right now, on the structure one, I just have gym story or gym analogy. That's it. Then I'll tell the story from there. And because of that, I don't need to write all these things, and it will unlock the ability to speak for longer durations of time. That 27-minute video, I just told stories, an I story, but a you message. There's no point telling a story if it's just about you. You tell your story that's about you, but then you say what they can learn from the story that was about you. Because then they build a connection to you, but they can also relate because you are relating it back to them. Let's just use the gym story that I've just used so we can use that as an example. I talked about not knowing what to use at the gym. So I'd go in, I'd have no plan, I'd have no structure. I'd start on an exercise, I'd start on the bench press. I'd then look around, not knowing what to do. Someone would be on the exercise or the machine that I wanted to use. So then I'd transfer and substitute that for a completely different exercise, which wasn't to do with my chest, which was a back exercise, pull-ups. And because of that, I went off topic. Then I related that to speaking. If you have no structure, you will ramble on, which is why you can have points or you can have frameworks. That was an I story, but a you message. And it was only until I unlocked the ability to find a story related to a statement that I was able to speak for longer periods of time. I would do YouTubes on my other channel about facts and figures, but I'd stutter over my words a lot more. I would be thinking of what to say. But when I transferred my strategy of speaking from trying to state facts and figures and trying to be a guru in a certain topic or a certain subject, I just tried to find a story that I could relate to that moment, that I could create a message for you who is listening right now, so then you can get some sort of benefit from my story that is related to the topic. That's how I was able to unlock the ability to speak for longer periods of time. 3 main points. Knowledge. You need some sort of knowledge within that field. It makes it so much easier to speak about. Then after that, you have your structure. Have a clear plan of where you are going to go. You can have it in your head, you could have some notes, you could have a framework, but just set out your intentions of your speech, of what you're going to say. If it's a presentation at work, set out the intentions. Have the main points that you want to talk about. For me personally, I hate reading scripts, hate it. I think I'm a bit dyslexic, so when it comes to reading, I will put words in different places and I will jumble them up, and then it doesn't make sense. So for me, reading a script is not the best idea. Then after that, number 3 is stories, because no one knows your life like you know your life. Events that's happened to you in your life is a lot easier to talk about because there's emotion involved, and because there's emotion involved, you will remember these topics a lot more. And that's why when I try and do a video, if I find stories to relate the video to, and then have a message behind it, speaking about it, or doing the video, or doing a speech is so much easier. So much easier. But that is the 3 ways that you can speak for 27 minutes with no script. In your work presentations, in speeches, in podcasts, speaking to the camera, in whatever you do. And if you want more steps and tools so then you can speak with no script, check the link below. And this is all implementing my dial strategy. my dials formula that I created to improve my own communication, and now I'm passing it on to you. Check the link below, put your emails in, email, whatever you want to do. It's completely free and I will send it over the next 30 days. Waka!